Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't subscribe already, then please do. I have loads of things coming up through 2018 that I am super excited about. I'm going to talk a bit more about what they are in a minute because this is my 2018 goals video. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I used to when I was younger, but I often think that a resolution is giving something up or changing something without a goal in mind. I mean, okay, my New Year's resolution is to lose weight. Well, how much? How are you going to do it? How are you going to get there? And that's why I prefer goals. So I make goals every single year. I make 3-month goals, 6-month goals, 1-year goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals. I have a goal of where I want to be at the end of every year. And I then have a plan of how I'm going to get there. So I wanted to talk to you today about my goals for this year, and some of them will wrap into what you can expect from this channel because this is one of my goals for 2018. But again, I will talk to you about that in a minute. So let's start with family goals. To appreciate a bit more what I have with terms of my family. I have a wonderful family. I have a mum who is insanely supportive. My mum lives with us. We live in a multi-generational home, and one of the things that I would like to do and like to save for this year is to build her an annex. At the moment we live in a 4-bedroom house with 3 adults, 3 children, and it gets a bit cramped sometimes. So for me, I would like to save enough money to build an annex. It's something that we've got in the pipeline, but I need to obtain planning permission for that. I need to save enough money for it so that I can just do it without having to worry about going into remortgaging or going into loans and ending up owing loads more and spending a lot more on it. And I need to put that all into planning, get everything organised with the builders, build an annex for my mum, and yeah, just show back a bit of appreciation for all the things that she has done for me. And that's it really for family goals. Business goals, which is probably one of the bigger ones and that a lot of people are going to be interested in, is to really focus on this, on my YouTube. YouTube last year I kept saying, oh, I'm going to get more into YouTube, and it was a bit like that resolution that I'm going to do this, and then never really had a goal or a plan for it. So this year I have a goal. By the end of the year I would like to have 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, which you can help out with because you can subscribe, and I would like to have a steady rolling channel. I am going to post 1 video a week. That is the goal. 1 video a week, 4,000 subscribers. Good God, let's not have 4. 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's the goal, that's the plan, that's what I'm going to do. I've been told 4,000 is going to be quite the achievement. It's quite a difficult network to grow, apparently. It's not something that I have experience with. I will be sharing a video later on in the year on how I have grown my Instagram to over 100,000 followers. Instagram is my happy place. So to start all over again on YouTube, I'm hoping, really hoping that this is going to be my happy place too. But I'm a bit nervous about it. So YouTube is a big focus of mine this year, and I also would like to focus a bit more on writing a book. That is another goal for me this year, is to start writing a book. I need to do a bit more research into it. I need to have a stable plan of what I want to put in it, because at the minute it's like ping pong, ping, 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 all around in my head. So I need to get a bit better at that, and then once I've done that I can start putting things on paper, which is the goal, to at least start having things on paper for a book. I don't necessarily have to have the book written by the end of the year, but I want it in plans. I want it started. I want it more than just in here, which is where it is at the moment and has been for forever. It's been there forever. It's always been something that I've got in the back of my mind. I've been approached quite a few times about writing a book and asked if I will, and every time that self-doubt has got me and I've gone, oh no, I don't, oh no, like a douche. So I'm gonna not be the douche this year, and I'm actually gonna take it out of here and put it on the paper. As far as my other social networks and my blog, I want to get a bit more structured with them. So a goal for me this year is to get a bit more structured and to get a bit more focused. I have certain figures in my mind, like 150,000 on Instagram, 25,000 on Facebook, these kind of things. But for me, the actual goal overall is to become a bit more focused with these things, and to have a slightly better plan of how I'm going to do certain things. It's a bit like that resolution again. I will say, oh, I'm going to do this by the end of the year, but then I forget to plan how I'm going to do it. So that is what I need to get back into doing, because I used to be really good at it and I've lost a little bit of focus there, I think. So focus. Another one of my big goals this year is to travel more. Last year we didn't really do much traveling. We did Portugal, which you will be seeing one of the vlogs for on one of the weeks, because I'm doing that weekly vlog, and you will be seeing our trip to Cascais with Martin Hall, which was absolutely phenomenal and I can't recommend it enough. So do stay tuned and subscribe for that, because it's just the most magical place. I can't wait to share it with you all. So we are going to be doing a bit more travelling this year, even if it's just staycations and things. I want to travel a bit more and show the kids a bit more of the world. I'd love to go up to Scotland with the children. I've not been up to Scotland with the children yet. They have been up to Scotland with their grandparents, but yeah, I want to take them up to Scotland, have a little bit more of a look around and share with them. Oh no, we have been to Scotland, of course we have. We have been to Scotland with them, yeah. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. To keep my mind should be a goal. I would like to take them to Wales. I would like to take them to Northern Ireland. I would like to take them to Ireland. Would love, if I could, and it's not a goal because I don't know how achievable it is, but I would love to take them on a tour around Europe and do like a mini vlog series. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you would be interested in, because I think it would be awesome and you could hop from different places. I'd love that. So that could be something that I've got in the pipeline, but generally the goal is to travel more and to spend a bit more time looking at different locations. I've often complained to my husband that at schools we have this big thing about not taking holiday in term time, which I don't agree with, mainly because at the end of the last term they spent the entirety of the last 2 weeks focusing on a nativity play, and then they went to the pantomime, they went out to the cinema. And I just felt so frustrated that I can't take my children to Portugal for a week without receiving a fine, and yet they learned so much in Portugal about Portuguese history and culture. So I should, and they even learned several Portuguese words. They learned words when we went to, where did we go? We went to Efteling last year, so I'd love to go back to Efteling. We do have a holiday booked for Disney World in November, December, which I will of course be sharing all over my Instagram stories and my Instagram, and then I will be doing several vlogs on here. Again, good reason to subscribe. Who doesn't love a Disney vlog? So we have that in the pipeline, but I would just love to do a little bit more of maybe long weekends or city breaks or that kind of thing with them, because I think they learn so much from traveling. Children learn so much from going to different countries, and if there's one thing that we need in today's society, it's a little bit more understanding of other cultures. Am I right? So that's a big goal, to travel more. Another big goal for me this year, which is quite a personal one and something I may find the confidence to talk about in the future, is to lose weight and feel healthy again. Well, this isn't like the usual New Year's resolution of, oh, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to diet. No, this is, in the last year, I have gained 3.5 stone, and when I was younger, I was 16 stone, I was a size 20, and I felt in my body and in myself so unhealthy. Now there's nothing wrong with being those sizes, that weight, if you feel healthy within yourself. This isn't a body positivity thing. This is, I felt unhealthy, I felt unhappy, I felt depressed because I had no body confidence, I felt sluggish when I tried to move. It wasn't a weight that worked for me. And I think that is important, to listen to your own body. If it's something that's working for you and you don't feel unhealthy, who gives a shit what Topshop clothes are like? Who gives a crap what other people think? No, you shouldn't. You should think about just you. But I now feel, after having put on a good half of that weight, because I lost around 6-7 stone, which I'm not sure what that is in kilograms. I'm old. It's another thing. I'm old. And I will be turning 30 next year, and I would like to welcome in my 30s feeling my best. And I felt my best when I was around 10 stone, which isn't a tiny weight. It was my optimum body mass index, which I don't really put much store by body mass index either. I think that's a load of junk, and so does the doctor that I've spoken to. But I do feel like I felt in myself. I could keep up with my children better. I was happier. I felt more confident. I felt more attractive for me, and that's all that matters. I wore a lipstick shade a few weeks ago and somebody was like, it doesn't matter what other people think because it's quite dark, and people are like, oh, I don't like that. And I just didn't care. I'm not interested in what other people think of my body and of how I look, but I am interested in what I think of it. And at the minute, I feel too big. I feel uncomfortable. I don't want to go out and buy bigger clothes because I don't feel healthy. I don't feel like I eat enough vegetables. I'm eating a lot of junk food. I can see it in my hair feels greasy. My skin feels greasy. I'm spottier than usual. Look at this. Look at this. So I don't feel good in myself, and I want to get back. The goal is to get back to my optimum body weight and to feel good in myself. And if I make it back to, say, a couple of stone heavier, 11 stone heavier, and then start to feel good, I'll reassess that goal, because it's not about being skinny, it's about feeling healthy. And that's what I want. I want to feel healthy again. So that's a massive goal for me, and something that I feel quite insecure about and feel quite nervous about, if that makes sense. I would like to feel healthy again, especially before I turn 30. As far as like learning and improving myself, I would really like to learn how to use Photoshop. I am a blogger and an Instagrammer by trade, so I think, quite frankly, I should have better skills than I do. I don't. What I have the skill in, I guess, is to be creative with my content. I see things and I can see an idea for an advert, and I can go, okay, you know what, I know how to advertise that product without it looking like an advert. Obviously, disclosure is important, and I make sure I disclose it, but it doesn't scream ad. I don't do images on my Instagram where I sit there and go, this is a bar of chocolate. I would think about how to make it funny and how to make it relatable to everyday life. And that's where my skill set lies. But then if I could use Photoshop, I would be able to do so much more, and I know I would. And it's something I've always wanted to learn how to do. I've had a friend before, Leanne from A Slice of My Life in Wales, who has helped me with Photoshop before because she is a genius. And she's helped me create a couple of images on Instagram that have just exploded and done really, really well. And I would like to be able to do that for myself. I would like to learn how to do that for myself and make that a bit more fun. So if I could do that, then that's something that is a massive personal goal for me as like personal improvement, self-improvement, is to learn how to use Photoshop. And another one is to learn how to video edit better. A couple of the vlogs that are already on here through my massively inconsistent YouTube life so far have been edited for me by a colleague and friend who is an absolute mastermind at editing, and who's asked me not to say who she is. But I think that if I could do it myself, if I could really learn and hone those skills, I would love that. That would be something that would be amazing. I would love to get better at video editing. I would love to learn how to do certain things. I use Wondershare Filmora at the moment, and I would really like to learn how to use that and how to kick ass at video editing, basically. And to have the time to video edit. That is going to be a big thing for me. Getting back into video and actually having the time to video edit and to make some really cool content for you guys is going to be super, super cool this year. So, recap of my goals. I want to build an annex for my mum. That is a goal for this year. I would like to have 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I would like to get more focused and grow more in other areas of my work. I would like to start thinking about writing a book, get all those ideas down on paper and actually push forward with it. I want to travel a lot more and do a lot more things other than just the Disney World trip that we have booked. I want to travel more. I want to see more of this amazing world that we have around us. I want to lose weight and get back to that optimum weight where I felt so confident and so healthy and sexy in myself, because that is important for me, not for anybody else. And I would like to learn how to use Photoshop, and I would like to learn to video edit more. So those are my 8 goals for January 2018. January 2018, those are my 8 goals for the whole year. I'm not going to achieve those unless all of you subscribe now, in which case I'll reassess. But those are my goals for 2018, and that is what I'm hoping to achieve, what I plan to achieve, and what I'm putting into action to achieve. So will you tell me in the comments what your goals are for 2018, please, and subscribe. Stay tuned for next week, and hopefully I will have some interesting stuff for you. Bye!